Y'all, look at this picture in this thumbnail. Look at the picture in the thumbnail of this video. And y'all let me know what y'all see was wrong. Y'all let me know if y'all see something wrong with this picture. Because honestly, I'm looking at this picture and it's not okay at all. This is not okay. I'm actually weirded out and grossed. I'm grossed out from even looking at this picture. For real. And a lot of y'all may not know the context of this picture. But the woman in this picture is kissing her son on the lips while he is dressed as Spider-Man. And for those who don't know, they are reenacting a scene between two individuals who are in love with each other. Two individuals who are romantically involved. In the movie Spider-Man, is a scene where Spider-Man Peter Parker is hanging upside down. Mary Jane Watson, his love interest, she finds out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, the guy that she's falling in love with, right? And she starts to kiss him passionately while he's hanging upside down. So the fact that she chose to reenact this scene is so weird to me on so many levels. Come on, man, reenacting a scene like this, a love scene, like a kissing scene, almost like a love scene for real with your son is giving off incestual vibes. It's very incestual, like it seems to be that. This is a scene where they were kissing passionately and you want to reenact that for a picture? Like, bro, I'm very weirded out by this. This is gross for real. It's a horrible choice in a scene to replicate with your child, to be honest. And I know where this problem stems from. With this whole picture, even the woman's thought process to even take a picture like this. I know where this stems from. And it's a subject that we have to speak on, that I will speak on in this video. You know, oftentimes in the Black community, we see a situation where a mother is left to raise a son by herself. Unfortunately, right? You never want to have those circumstances. You never want to see a mother leaving to raise any child by herself, right? But in this situation, I'm speaking on the fact that we see a lot of times women left to raise a son by themselves. But sometimes in these situations, a woman has been left so traumatized and disappointed by the father so much, by the child's father so much. She's been traumatized and disappointed by that child's father so much. She starts to use her son as a replacement for that masculine void that was left by the child's father. She starts to use her son as a replacement for the masculine vibes, for the masculine energy. And that is where we as a people go wrong. That is where that woman goes wrong for sure, right? And you can see some women where this happens, where some women who are left to raise a son by themselves in the Black community, and they're so traumatized and hurt by the child's father, they start to put the son in the father's place almost. You see it with how some of those traumatized women dress their sons. I've seen women in the hood dressing their sons like the type of dudes that they'll date. Having them wear all type of fur coats and all type of designer jackets and designer clothes and all this and all of that. Putting earrings all in their ears, crazy type earrings in their ears as little kids. And you're like, hold on, wait a second. This is a baby. This is a child. This is a kid. Why aren't you dressing this kid up in Batman shoes and Spider-Man shoes? Why he gotta have these damn fur coats looking like he's Nicky Barnes or Frank Lucas or something? Why is he dressing like this? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Or you see these situations where, you know, a mother is raising her son, and then as the son starts to grow up and he starts to go through life as a young adult, he starts to date women, starts to date girls, so on and so forth, and the mother just so happens to hate every girl that her son dates. She just hates and despises every woman that her son is dating. And all those women aren't bad women. It's just the fact that this mother has put her son in place as a replacement for a child's father. So she's looking at that boy like that's her man. She ain't nobody good enough for her son. Ain't nobody good enough for my son. Ain't nobody good enough for my son. Turning her nose up at every woman that her son dates because she's looking at her son and viewing him subconsciously as her man. That's not okay, y'all. That's not all right, right? Or I've seen instances where a woman is raising a son and a daughter, right? And the child's father is not there. She's super, super duper hard on the daughter and then easy going on the son, giving her son passes that she probably gave the child's father, giving him the same type of passes, acting as if almost like the son can do whatever he wants and she'll get over it and she'll forgive him and so on and so forth. But the daughter is treated like absolute shit. And that's because she's put her son in the place of the child's father, and she's forgiving him because, hey, she's forgiving the son for everything he does because, hell, she forgave the father for everything he did. And the lines get crossed and things get all blurred and stuff gets messed up, right? Now, there's a term for this that I see that I call it the son husband, all right? AKA my son is my king talk. And see, I feel like that whole my son is my king stuff, that is an inappropriate term to use because your son should not be your king. I'm going to repeat. Your son should not be your king. Your son should be your prince, right? He should not be your king because the king stands side by side with the queen. He is the equal or the better half of the queen. If the woman is the queen of the household, the son shouldn't be the king. The king should be that woman's husband or her significant other that she's dating and she's developed a relationship with, so on and so forth. It shouldn't be the boy, the son. Not at all. So when I hear women say my son is my king, I cringe at that. And I know some people will say, oh, it's just a term of endearment, a term of upliftment for your son. Nah, your son shouldn't be your king. A lot of times I see women that say my son is my king. They are doing the same thing that I just mentioned, using their child as a replacement for the masculine energy or the masculine void left by the child's father. Right? And that's where we all just go wrong. And it's just like, nah, that's not okay. So when I'm looking at this picture, I'm looking like this woman is a woman that probably look at her son as her king. And she sees nothing wrong with this scene. But anybody with common sense, anybody that knows this scene, and I'm sure that woman knows that scene because why the hell would she pick that scene in the first place? She knows this scene. She should think to herself, this is not okay. This is not a good look. Why am I choosing this scene as with my son? No, this is a Halloween picture you would take with your husband or a man that you're really seriously dating. Not your son, but black people, we have to do better as a whole, as a collective. Black men and women, right? I'm going to put myself in this too. We got to do better, right? Now, we don't all take gross pictures like this. In fact, less than half of us take pictures or do stuff like this. Less than half of us do. But I've seen enough women treat their sons like their husbands, and it must stop. Black men, speaking to all the black men out here, we have to love our women better. We have to love on our women better, much better. We have to pour into them gently, but assertively as well, right? And even if the relationship doesn't work with our women and we have children with them, you're not supposed to be no demon or evil to your child's mother. She's not supposed to be your enemy, and you should not be treating her as such. Yes, the relationship didn't work out. Maybe do the things on your end, maybe do the things on her end. But you shouldn't make her your enemy because you're not together anymore. You should have respect for that woman. Talk to that woman respectfully. You shouldn't be disrespecting her. You shouldn't be talking to her like she's beneath you or she's no better than the damn dirt at the bottom of your shoe. That's not okay, right? The thing that you can be, at least be the very best and peaceful co-parent you can be to that woman if your relationship does not work. You shouldn't be treating her like she's the scum at the bottom of your shoe and calling her all out a name and all type of shit for no damn reason, right? Now to the women, you must love on your man and provide him with the space to be vulnerable and honest with you regarding his feelings and regarding things that he feels and how he feels about things, right? Create that safe haven for your man. And as a collective, black people, we must not look to be in competition with each other. Every time I get on social media, we got gender wars going on, right? There's a race to see what gender, how can I be more disrespectful to the gender, to the opposite gender than they are to us? How can I be more disrespectful to the opposite gender than they are to us? It's gender wars all day long. I see men cracking all type of insensitive, crazy jokes on women. I see women cracking all type of insensitive, crazy jokes on men. And it's just gender wars back and forth, back and forth. Well, women do this. Well, men do this. Well, women, you need to do this. Well, men, y'all need to do this. And we all just at war with each other. And it creates an environment of toxicity where we can't even talk to each other. And we're at the opposite ends of the flagpole. And we never going to come together peacefully. We're never going to coexist peacefully. Even if the relationship doesn't work out, Stuff ain't gonna coexist peacefully if everybody just bickering at each other, is in gender wars with each other. We gotta cut that shit out. We have to stop that out. We have to cut that out. Seriously. We shouldn't be trying to put each other down in a race to put each other down at every turn. This gender put that gender down. No, we can't do that. That gender put this gender down. We shouldn't do that. We gotta love on each other and help each other heal so we don't see situations like this where a mother is so traumatized by her previous relationships, she's looking to make her son her man and not her son. We got to cut that out, man. We don't need the Oedipus complex in the black community, right? And because that's not normal at all. And if anybody has not, y'all seen Baby Boy, when Melvin, Ving Rhames' character tells Jody, his problem is he got that Oedipus complex. He got it all twisted up and think his son is his woman. You haven't read the story of Oedipus, right? Oedipus Rex, I believe, or something like that. He was born to a king. And when he was born, a guy had a prophecy that, man, one day your son is going to kill you and he's going to marry his own mother. So when the king heard this, he said, you know what? I got to ship my son off somewhere else. So he shipped his son off to some other village, and the son is raised up in that other village and he becomes the king or the man over there, right? And he gets into it with his dad's village. He doesn't know that this is his dad. The dad doesn't even know that this is his son. The mother doesn't know that is their son that they had and they sent away. Oedipus ends up killing his father when he's trying to take over their land and territory, and marries his mother and has sex with his mother and children with his mother. When he finds out, I believe they kill each other. I mean, they kill themselves after they find out, right? But at the end of the moral of the story is the boy ended up having sex with his mother and marrying his mother, right? We don't need no situation like that. Now, of course, I'm sure that wasn't happening in that situation, but we have a situation where the mother is really still looking at her son as a damn husband, almost like as a replacement for her significant other. And things like that gotta stop. I'm looking at this like, man, it would have been even cute if she probably would have kissed her son on the cheek or something like that and reenacted the photo. But her going for the lips is an exact replica of that scene where Mary Jane and Peter Parker are romantically kissing each other. I'm talking about passionately kissing each other. And as I remember that scene between Mary Jane and Peter Parker, that was not a mother and son love scene. That was not a mother and son love scene at all. It wasn't intended for those purposes, right? That was between two individuals who were romantically in love with each other, head over heels for each other, and they were expressing it with a kiss that they shared. That's nothing for a mother and son to recreate. That's nothing that is cute for a photo. I'm sorry. And I'm not attacking single mothers. I'm not attacking, I'm not bigging up or absolving deadbeat fathers in these situations, or fathers who are over the top or treating their mothers or treating the mothers of their children as enemies, right? And I know women can treat the fathers of their children as enemies as well for their own reasons or own type of reasons. I'm saying in all, we got to cut that shit out, right? We got to cut this out. We have to do better collectively as black people, y'all. We got to help each other heal so that we don't see situations like this. We got to come together and do better as black folks, y'all. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.